Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Arizona State is the 4 seed. They will play the 5 seed Texas in Atlanta. Texas is a 13.5-point favorite in this game so far. They looked very good in Austin yesterday. It was impressive. 292 yards rushing. Jaden Blue got loose. This is a kid that had fumble issues and some reliability issues during the season. He went off against Clemson. TD runs of 77 and 38. They just dominated the line. Clemson only had 76 yards rushing. If it wasn't for Cade Klubnik, they were going to get absolutely smoked in this game. Very impressive performance by Texas. I thought, there was a little question. Could they hadn't beaten a ranked team? How good is Clemson? I don't know. But this was they did to Clemson what a good team would do. So they're rolling in. And I guess my question is, I talked about, do you have the line play to win in the playoffs? I don't know if Arizona State does or doesn't. We're going to have to find out, but that's really where that betting line is. This feels a little bit more like a first-round matchup than a quarterfinal after we just talked about 2 games, Ohio State, Oregon, and Georgia and Notre Dame, that felt like semifinal games, if you will. So what happens here, Pat?
Yeah, I think that's the challenge for Arizona State is, can you show that you can hang on the line of scrimmage against a team that run blocked extremely well against a bad rush defense for Clemson. We'll say. I mean, it's a very uncharacteristic Clemson rush D. That was the weak spot all along, and boy, did Texas exploit that. And then Texas's ability to stop the run, rush the passer. Cam Scatteraboo, can they win a strength-on-strength matchup? Can you run between the tackles at Texas and get away with it and live? That's going to be big there. I think Texas deserves to be a solid favorite. 13.5, 2 touchdown favorites, a lot. That's a lot. But, we'll see. That Texas is very good when they're very good, but then they often let teams into games, as they did against Clemson. It was a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. That was our one shining moment of actual interest, fan interest. And they couldn't put away A&M very well. They had a chance to beat Georgia, and they didn't do it in this championship game there. So, you let Arizona State hang around, that game could get very interesting, I think.
Texas hasn't given up a whole lot of rushing this year, and that obviously is what Arizona State leans on. Scatterboot, I think they're top 10 in the country. Texas' rushing defense, only like 100 yards a game they give up. So on the line of scrimmage, they'll have the advantage. Like Dan said, all these blowouts, part of the reason I think was probably because of the line of scrimmage. Now, this one obviously is, in a climate-controlled environment inside, and you do wonder how that impacts the game. That's something we didn't really talk about. We talked about the weather of the first round, but how much were these games impacted by the weather? And you will hear, Dan, your favorite folks at the Bowls say, that, hey, we provide a temperature-controlled indoor environment where the best team, wins, and no team necessarily has the exact advantage. So we'll see if that can help the Sun Devils out.
That's nice of them. It's really a nice service they provide for quite a fee. For quite a fee. But it is nice. All right.